It is the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you an awesome video. These are some Cedar Fair coasters that need a repaint in 2017 or maybe in the near future. By the end of the decade, I think that these coasters need repaints. We're going to start with the largest Cedar Fair park and then the smallest. For Cedar Point, because it is the largest, I think multiple coasters will be repainted. I think Wicked Twister will have the same color scheme as before. It'd be sweet if it had like red track and gray supports, because Twisters or Tornadoes are usually gray. But I totally see that. But Maverick, I think the supports need to be brown, because in the Wild West times, there was basically for almost every building, because everything was made of wood back then, the wood was brown, so I think that would be the reason why I would say Maverick would have red track and brown supports. But if it doesn't get that color scheme, it can have the same color scheme as before. Now for Kings Island, I think for Diamondback, which is a coaster they've had for a little over 5 years now, about 8 years, I think it will have red track and all yellow supports, or all white supports, but I think yellow would be a nice fit for Diamondback. It would be a lot more colorful of a ride, and I think Diamondback would be a lot nicer to look at with the supports, because I'm not a fan of how the supports switch colors throughout the ride, so I think all the supports should be all one color. Now we're going to Carowinds. I think they will have the floorless vortex in 2017, and I think it'll have green track and dark green supports. There isn't really a coaster at Carowinds that has green track, so I think that's the reason why they will go with this color scheme to renovate Vortex. Now for King's Dominion, I think Volcano the Blast Coaster should have orange track and black supports in 2017. If it gets repainted, it'd be a pretty cool color scheme, because volcanoes, I think they're black. They're like usually with a volcano, the lava is orange, and usually volcanoes are very dark, so that's why I'd put black supports as well. And the color scheme that Volcano currently has doesn't really fit with the ride. And Canada's Wonderland, I think repainting Behemoth would be nice. I don't know if it was repainted recently or not. Leave down in the comments below if you want. But anyway, I think it should have orange track and blue supports, like nice standard blue colored supports. And for Dorney Park, I think Possessed will be renovated with a new color scheme. I think it desperately needs a new color scheme, because it'd be sweet if like all the Intimate Impulse coasters had different color schemes. So I think Possessed should have red track and black supports. I think it's one of the coolest color schemes out there in my opinion, and I think that'd be a great fit for Dorney Park. Going to Knott's Berry Farm, I think Accelerator needs a repaint. I think it should have orange track and black supports, because race car flames are usually orange, so that really does symbolize drag racing for drag racing cars, kind of like Top Thrill Dragster. With its racing color scheme, I think orange track and black supports would be nice. The black color is usually the color of asphalt, and then orange track would be like the fire type feel. It'd be a pretty cool fit at Knott's Berry Farm. And for Worlds of Fun, I think they'll renovate Mamba with a new color scheme, like green track and white supports. I'm not really sure what the color of a Mamba is, but I think green track and white supports would be pretty cool. Well, it'd be a nice repaint for Mamba at Worlds of Fun. And finally, Worlds of Fun, we get something kind of coaster related, I guess. For California's Great America, I think they should renovate Demon with red track and black supports. both Demon coasters really need a repaint, including the one at Six Flags Great America and California's Great America. And Floorless Vortex, I think it should have a slightly different color scheme than the Floorless Vortex at Carowinds for 2017 with green track and white supports. For Valleyfair, I don't think any of their coasters need a repaint until the end of the decade, like around 2019 or 2020. And for the smallest Cedar Fair park, Michigan's Adventure, I think Thunderhawk will get repainted because it was their most recent coaster. And it should be the same color scheme as before with red track and yellow supports. It'd be sweet if they could do red track and black supports, but Michigan's Adventure is a family park, not a thrilling coaster destination, so I could see this happening. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.